Hey all, so welcome to the new video. So before we start this video, if you haven't seen all the previous videos, I will recommend please see all the videos including introduction and all the previous exercises, for which I'll give the link in the description. Please watch them for better understanding and then we can continue here. So in just excuse my marker, today this is red because the blue marker ink is done. Okay, let's start with. So here in this AP, they have given the value of A, D and AN, which is 50. We have to find the value of N, SN. So till now we have seen that these were the previous formulas which we saw. So basically most of the times we are using this so that we can find out the these N, SN or whatever is given to find out. Okay. So see one thing for this kind of questions, one thing that mostly until we don't have the accurate value of an, we will mostly go with this formula. Okay, mainly we will use this one. Now if we have already the value of an at that time, we can go for this also. Now let's start. So always use the given information. Okay, we have to find out n and sn. So we are given a and d, and how we can write an equal to, using the first formula, 50 equal to a plus n minus 1 d. Okay, so this will become 45 equal to n minus 1 d. Now n equal to plus 1, which is 16. So n is 16 here. Now can we find the value of Sn now? Let's see. So if we see here, we have Sn equal to n by 2 a plus an. See, I told you, if we have the value of an, then we can think of using this one. Otherwise, we will go with this one. So let's use this one. So Sn equal to n by 2. So basically we have to find here 16 because we got the value of n. As 16 equal to n by 2. What is a here? 5 plus an. An is what? 50. Okay. So okay. So as 16 is 440 here. Okay. Now we'll go with the second option. So here a is 7, a 13 is given as 35, and we have to find d and S13. Okay, so let's try to solve it. See, as I told you, an is already there. We have to find S13. But let's see one thing. See, if we want to use this formula, let's check, do we have everything? So n is being used. We know n is 13 here. Then it is a is the first term. Are we given a? Yes, we are given. Now an is there. So an is a13. We have to find a13. See, here it is given a13 and we have to also find s13. I mean, we have to also find s13. So 13 n also we know what is n. So when we know everything, we can use this formula. Okay. So s13 equal to n by 2. 13 by 2. What is a here? 7 plus what is a13 here? 35. So 13 by 2 See, I don't know how do you multiply, but I usually do like this. 21 can be written as 20 plus 1 into 13. So this will be 260 plus 13, which will be 372. Okay, so we got here S13 as 273. Now let's go with the next option. So here A12 is given as 37 and D is given as 3. We have to find A and S12. Okay, so again, see, I told you if we have already value of an, then we can readily use this with this formula. So S12. Okay, see, but there is one more catch. If you see in this formula, there is this, do we have value of n? Yeah, we have 12. Okay, do we have a? We don't have a here. Do we have an? An we have. So we have an, but we don't have a. So for that, what we will do, we need a value of a. Okay, so we'll use the existing information first, and we know that a plus n minus 1 d equal to 37. Okay, from here now we'll put the value of d here. It will be, so a will be 37 minus 33, 4. All right, now after finding the value of a, we have to find the value of S12. See, now we can directly go with this formula. So S12 equal to 12 by 2. What is A? 4 plus AN. What is AN? A12 is 37. Okay. If we solve it, it will be 6. Two 46. Alright. Now let's go with the next question. So let me rub this for now. See, meanwhile when I am solving here, please you already solve and keep it ready so that you can have a better understanding. Okay. So now D1 is, we'll move to D1 and D is given A3 equal to 15, S10 equal to 125. We have to find D and S13. Sorry, D and A10. Okay. So see here. We'll again see which formula can we use. Okay. But before that, if we want to use this formula, because we have, see, first thing, we have to find A10 here and we already have S10. Okay. And if you see here, this is the formula of finding an when Sn is given. Okay. So let's see, can we use this formula directly now? So here it is Sn by n. Obviously we know the value of n. N is 10. Okay. Now into 2 minus a. But do see, this formula requires a also. But do we have a here? We don't see a here. Okay. So first what we have to do is, before using this formula, we have to find the value of a. Okay. After we find the value of a, then we can directly find the value of A10. Okay. So how will we find the value of a? See, there are two things. One thing is this one. We have to find d also and we don't have a also. So probably we will be using all the information together. So this can be written as a plus 2D equal to 15. Okay, and what we can write this? S10 means 125 equal to, see this one. Okay, since we don't get confused, we don't have the value of 8 and here, so we are using this one as I told you initially, equal to, it says n by 2, 10 by 2 is 5. Now a is unknown, plus n minus 1, n is what? 10, so 9d, d is what? We don't know. Okay, so from here, now we have two equations, and what we can do is we have to find the value of d. Okay, so this variable, this complete equation, we will try to make it in the form of d. Okay, so how will we do that? We'll find the value of um, we'll make the value of a in terms of d from here. So a equal to 15 minus 2d. Okay, can we write like that? Yeah. Now use this information here. So one more thing, 5 will go in divide. So what it will become? 125 by 2, 125 by 5, 25. Okay. Now 25 equal to 2. Instead of a we can write 15 minus 2d plus 9d. Alright. So let's solve this further. It will be 25 equal to 30 minus 4d plus 9d. Now minus 4d plus 9d will be plus 5d. Okay. Now d will go in minus here. So minus 5 equal to 5d. So d is minus 1. Okay. So one of the values we have already find out. Now we have to find the value of a10. Okay. So let me make some space. Yeah. So a10 equal to, see, if you want you can use directly this also, or if you want, we already know the value of a now. A also we can find out, d already we know. In that way also we can calculate. So for me, I will just use this value, this formula. So S10 is 125 into 2 by, what is n? 10 minus a. So a is equal to 15 minus 2 minus 1. Okay. So a equal to 17. Now a10 equal to, we are using this value here. Okay. So now 5 now 25 minus 17. We are left with this. Okay. A10 will be 8 now. Let's move on to next question. Okay. So here of T, they also have mentioned S9 and we have to find A and A9. Okay. Now let's two things. First thing is that we have to always use the information given. Second thing is that if we don't have the value of A and given, then we'll mostly utilize this formula. Okay. So I'm taking that formula S9 equal to 9 by 2 to A we have to figure out plus n minus 1. What is n here? 9. 9 minus 1, 8. D is what? 5. Okay. We'll solve it now. So this will become 75 equal to 9 by 2 2a 40. Okay. Now this will go in multiplication. So this will be into 2 by 9. Now this is divisible by 3. Now 50 by 3 equal to 2a plus 40. 40 will come this side. We will equate the denominator. So this will be minus 35 by 3 equal to A. Okay. So now we find out A and we have to find out A9. See, whenever we have to find any of the nth term, what we need is value of A, D, and we should know what is the value of n which we have to find out. So now we have A, we have D. We can find out A9, yes. So A9 equal to, what's the value of A here? 35 by 3 plus n minus 1, 8, D, 5. So 8 into 5, 40. Okay. Now we will equate the denominators. So it will become, alright. Now if we subtract 35 from 120, it will be 85 by 3. So A9 is 85 by 3 and A is 53, 35 by 3. Now let's move on to the next question. Let me make some space. Alright. So for the sixth option, they have given A equal to 2, D equal to 8, Sn equal to 90. So we have to find n and an. Okay. So see, what we will do, we will try to use this formula. Okay. So 90 equal to, see, because we have everything except n, and so we will use whatever is given. So n is here unknown. Okay. Now 2 into 2 plus n minus 1. What is d here? 8. Alright. So this will be, if we expand it, it will become okay. We can just have common. So this will become 2n square minus 2n plus n will be minus n, and this will be at this side minus 45 equal to 0. So if you see, this became a quadratic equation, and you will be knowing how to solve this quadratic equation. So we have to find two such numbers. We have to break this term into two such terms that the multiplication of them is equal to multiplication of this. So I'll explain you more. Basically, it is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. Okay. So we have to break this in a way that the multiplication is equal to a into c, and the addition is equal to b. All right. So for this one, if we see what can be the values, if we see here, it can be uh, so multiples of 90, 9 into 10. Okay, so if you see here, 9 into 10 will be 90, which is equal to the multiplication of minus 45 into 2. But one of them should be minus because it is minus 90. Okay, here a is 2, b is minus 1, c is minus 45. Okay, so the a into c is equal to 90, minus 90. Okay, and b is equal to minus 1. So let's see. We can write it like minus 10n plus 9n, because the sign symbol is of greater number. So I'm keeping 10 as greater, 10 as minus. Okay, so that the result have the symbol minus. So minus 45 equal to 0. Let's try to take common. Okay, we can also write it n minus 5, and this can be written as 2n plus n 9 equal to 0. From here, if we see, we have two values of n. One is n equal to 5. Okay, another is, if we do this equal to 0, n equal to minus 9 by 2. So here you have to use your basic understanding, which you can get in the previous videos, that n cannot be negative, n cannot be in a fraction. Okay, it should be a natural number. So this is minus 9 by 2. We will reject this, and we got value of n. Okay, so n is here 5. Now we have to find out an. So we will use these values. The first formula, a5 equal to a plus n minus 1. 5 minus 1 t. T is 8. So 2 plus, okay, 34. So A5 is 34. Okay, I hope you understood this. This is a little complex question because here you have to figure out. But there are other ways also in which you can solve this quadratic equation, which I will mostly tell you in the coming videos. I'll soon make a video over it. But this is how generally you can calculate. Okay. So let's move on to the next option. So they have given a equal to 8, n equal to 62, and Sn equal to 210. We have to find n and d. Okay. So before I start solving, please solve it from your end. Okay, so we are given a, n, Sn. Now we have to find out n and d. So see here, let's check. Can we use this formula? We cannot because we don't know the value of d. Okay, but can we use this formula? We have the value of Sn. Do we have the value of n? We don't know n. We have to figure out. But do we have all other values? Do we have everything else? Yes. So we will try to use this so that we can find the value of n here. So 210 equal to n by 2. A is 8 plus an is 62. Okay. So this will be 210 equal to n by 2, 35. Okay, sorry. 2 is already calculated. Now we will see here, this is 7 into 7, 5, 7 into 30. Now, so n is 6 here. Now we have to find out the value of d. Okay, so to find the value of d, we have to use this basic equation because we are already given an. So n is 6. Okay, we got the value of 6. So a6 equal to 62 equal to a is 8 plus n minus 1. So 6 minus 1, 5, and d. D is what we have to figure out. Okay, so 62 minus 8 equal to 5d. Okay, all right. Now d will be 54 by 5. So let's see this eighth question. Here they have given the value of an D, Sn, and we have to find N and A. So let's use these both variables. Okay, so since see, so we can see here we are given A n here, but we don't have the value of A. Okay, so what we will do is we can use this formula and let's see what happens this one. So minus 14 equal to n by 2 A plus an is 4. Okay, now if you see here it is in the form of two variables. So what should we do is at least we should make it in form of one variable. So for that, let's see if there is any other information we can use. So if you see here, let's expand this one. So an means 4 equal to a plus n minus 1 d 2. Okay, which will be 4 equal to a plus 2n minus 2. Okay, a equal to 4 minus 4 plus 2 minus 2n. So a equal to 6 minus 2n. Okay, let's use this value here. So n a is what? 6 minus 2n plus 4. Okay, so we will just take this n inside. It will be 6n minus 2n square plus 4n. Okay, we will resolve it further. We will take everything on the same side. So 6n plus 4n will be 10n minus 2n square plus 28 equal to 0. Alright, so if we want to make it in the form of ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. This is the standard form of quadratic equation. So for that, if something is coming in common, we will take that. Also we will take the minus symbol also as common. So we will take minus 2 as common. It will become n square. See this term, I am just shifting it here. Taking minus 2 common, it will be minus 5n minus this one. Okay, equal to 0. Alright, see, it will become like this. I just did minus 2 here. So it will become like this. Now, as I told you in the last question, how we have to think. Now, value of A is here is 1. B here is minus 5. Okay. C here is minus 40. So we have to think of breaking this term in a way that the multiplication is equal to multiplication of AC. Okay. So minus 1 into minus 14. Sorry, A is 1 here. So 1 into minus 14 will be minus 14 and the addition should be equal to minus 5. Alright. So let's see the multiples of 14. So it will be 2, 2 and 7. Okay. So 2 and 7, if we see 2 and 7, the symbol should be equal to, it should be in minus. So one of them should be plus and one of them should be in minus, so that the multiplication comes to minus. And the symbol is of big, must be of greater number while addition. So we can take minus 7 plus 2. Okay, minus 7 plus 2 is equal to minus 5, and minus 7 into plus 2 will be minus 14. Alright, it suits. So I'm just breaking and I'm writing it in a way 7 and 14 equal to 0. Correct? We can write in this way. Let's take common. It will be n plus 2. Minus 7 will take common. It will be n plus 2. Okay. So it will become n minus 7 and n plus 2 equal to 0. So n minus 7 equal to 0 and equal to 7. Okay. N plus 10, sorry, n plus 2 equal to 0 and equal to minus 2. Okay. So minus 2 we have to reject because value of n cannot be negative. It should be one of the natural numbers. Okay. So now we got the value of n. After we got the value of n, we have to find a also. So we will just keep this value here. So a equal to 6 minus 2. Okay. A will be minus 8. Let's move on to the next question. Let me make some space. Okay. So for the ninth question, yeah. So here they have given a, n, sn, and we have to find d. So let's see which formula we can use. So if we closely observe, if we use this formula, we have value of n, yes. We have value of a, yes. We don't have value of d, but we have value of sn. So using this equation, we can find the value of d. Okay. So let's just use it. 192 Sn, which is equal to 192 equal to n by 2, 8 by 2, 2a plus n minus 1, 8 minus 1, 7, d. Okay, d we have to find out. So this will become 4. Okay, this will be 192 minus 4 equal to 70. Now this will be this will go left hand side. Okay, it will become in minus. So d will be equal to this by 7. Let's see if this gets divided. So d we got as 26. Okay. Now next question. Okay, so here they have given the value of L and Sn, and there are total 9 terms, and we have to find the value of A. Okay, so see here, so they have directly given the last term. They have also written that n is 9 because they have written Sn is 144. Total of 9 terms are there, and everything else is there, so we can directly use this last formula. Okay, so 144 equal to 9 by 2 A plus 28. Alright, now A plus 28. We can write this. Let's see if this is divisible. So 27, 18 equal to A plus 28. Now 28 will go this side. So we can write 32 minus 28 equal to A. Okay. Now A will be 4. Okay. So see, this is the last question. So mainly whenever this kind of question are there, so always remember these formulas, mainly this one, and this one can be derived from this one can be derived from this one, and this is one when we know the last term. Okay, so always try to use this formula. If all the before using any formula, just see if all the variable values are there or not, and if required, if we are given with some information, use that information to find out the value of A and B, and then use this. Okay, if you like this video, please subscribe and hit the bell icon.